Mizuno MP or Mizuno Pro with the new branding. Tell me what you think of this branding. See, they've got the old-fashioned Mizuno Pro written. This is in a Fli-Hi. This club's really interesting. It's got this dark finish. It's like it's a utility iron, I think we call it nowadays. You might know it more as like a driving iron. I've got the 2. I think the loft is around 16 degrees, so it's, you know, I would be using this as very long fairway shots and not getting enough height probably, because I'm a hybrid player, so this isn't really my style of club, but I always enjoy testing these. And you get a few different lofts, and it comes in this dark shaft. It's made for graphite shafts, they're saying as well, which is quite unique. The Fli-Hi Mizuno Pro. Should we see what it's all about? Down by the ball, it looks like most utilities, but like it looks good, so we don't get much offset, a little bit of offset, so very subtle in this kink. You do see the back of the club, so it's this kind of triangle design, and then you see a medium to thicker top line. But I mean, it looks sleek in the realms of this club. It's just utility irons never look sleek, and you kind of wouldn't want them to really, because you're trying to get the max amount of help. Remember, with this an iron, you got a straight face rather than roll and bulge, which I think is what people like to dial into who don't like hybrids but like the long irons. But this dark finish does make it look more sleek and makes me feel like it might blend a bit more with this brand. Obviously the Mizuno Pro irons, which are really sleek. Can't wait to see what I get out of it. It does look stunning in the dark finish. Yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. Look how low that's going. I caught that slightly out the bottom, so it was it's going to go low for me, and that was even lower. This is the 2, remember, which is really pushing me. It's got that kind of hollow body sound, so it's not 4G or anything like that, what you might relate more to a Mizuno. It feels medium tingy and springy. I do feel like I'm going to get a little bit of variation on my shots today, left, right, short and long, because that's why I don't game these clubs. So what I mean by that, I feel I can hit as good a shot as any club in my bag with this club. It's just as I hit batches, I get bigger variations, so more big blocks off to the right, some really short ones, and then some like long pulley ones, where if I hit a hybrid, they tend to get in a much tighter dispersion bracket, because I'm someone who's really dialing in, I think, to the roll and bulge on an iron, basically. I don't strike it that great. And this is something where you would start thinking of replacing long irons or blending with long irons in your set. So look at that, it's a horrible toe falling out the air down to the left. Yep. That's a much better shot. It's going to probably be the furthest, yes it is, like that one. So I think it'd be interesting, let me know what you think. I mean, it'll be interesting what people think about design for graphite shafts. I don't mind it at all. Like anything that feels light in my hand, I'm a big fan of. I use very light graphite shafts. Drivers, you know, I'm much lighter than standard or can do. I flick between like 55 down to 47 gram shafts, where lots of people would be 60 grams and plus in drivers. I love the way the dark black shaft goes into the black ferrule, into the black smoky head. Yeah, that's a better one. And you do get this kind of greyed face, so you get this distinction between the black and the face that looks really nice and makes it look nice down by the ball, framing everything up for aiming and getting my ideas of where I want things to start all kind of falls into place. And if I was someone who used a 2 iron off the tee as my, you know, go-to iron safety shot off the tee, this would definitely be in the running for the looks and the feel. Feels really unique feel actually, between kind of pingy and softish, but nothing like what you would expect, you know, from a forged Mizuno iron. Let's look at the tech. Let's see what Mizuno are actually saying about this club. So a priority on ball speeds and designed to be played with a graphite shaft is what they're saying with the Fli-Hi. So it's the first time they've used fairway wood designs faces in this style of club, they're telling us. Complex construction for high stable flight. They've got a 21 gram tungsten weight dedicated to producing a consistent, reliable flight. HIT for sound, HIT for sound. With such a complex construction, Mizuno modelling of vibration was vital in designing a satisfactory sound, so they're really working on the sound ribs inside, very thin sections as well. The back wall bulge and roll they've got on this club. And we've got the Blackout Finish as well, which is absolutely stunning. Comes in a 2, a 3 and a 4, so the lofts of these clubs, 16.5 and a 2, which I'm hitting, and then a 19 and then a 21. So, you know, if it's hybrids that you hate, you do have some options in here. So it's packed with tech, but it's really trying to deliver some kind of Mizuno class as well. It's interesting, isn't it, how they bring the fairway wood tech in, because basically they want to make it a hybrid, but people who game this club don't want it to be a hybrid. So they're almost like bringing everything they're allowed in from the hybrid into this club. Oh yeah, that feels like I've ripped that one. And that's the thing, so I mean, I can hit this, that's well out there. I'm gonna have to do a fun game at the end with this one. That's 13 degrees aloft, that is like a bullet. Like, I do feel like there could be a place for this for me if I had to. Like, let's pretend hybrids were banned. This is where I would go next, and I would really miss hybrids. But I could see this being a, you know, I want to hit the ball 250, 260 yards, and I feel like I'm gonna hit it in play. This club, absolutely, I'm just gonna need the lie to be absolutely perfect for me. Just gonna have a look at the numbers. I collected some numbers earlier from a bigger, basically, data set. Hit about 30 shots with it. Let's show you what comes out of it. And then I've got a fun little game to finish. See the leaks to the right? I do feel like I'm gonna get a few of those. Ball speed 140, launching at 11, so nice and low, spinning around 3,000. And then carrying 225 when totaling out 245. It's like almost a 250 yard club for me. It's nice, like I could see myself really loving that if I was this style of player. I mean, I'm gonna get more out of my hybrid, as I said. But this is the problem. Look at this, look at the spread from left to right. I definitely get these wild, kind of weak, short, look how much shorter the right shots can go compared to the long left. And that kind of level of variability I don't usually have, say, with my driver, the hardest club in the bag. So this is again why I'm more of a hybrid player than I would be a MP Fli-Hi. But in the realms of a driving iron, a utility iron, whatever we want to call this, it feels and looks great. It's definitely a bit of a bullet, isn't it? Like, it is giving that flight that I think this category of player will want, that real flat kind of, like it's just like firing a bullet from a gun. It just goes, there's no real climb on it. Let's do a fun little game to finish. I've put a green 270 out there. As you can see, that's really gonna push me to get, I don't think I'm gonna run one on there, but I'm gonna give it a go. Because when I'm testing, this is a bit of a fun game just for entertainment as well, but just shows you a little bit about what I would try and do in a test. I want to know, can it do this shot or can't it? Like, and if I do a 3-wood, can that do this shot or not? And then I would decide which is the better option for me. I'm not just going to hit a set of nice ones. Like, I know I'm going to hit that, but then I want to know, well, can I hit like a cut up little short one and those kind of things? So we're going to go for the bomb one. Can I get it to 70 in the comments down below? What do you reckon? Obviously, when you start pushing this club to its limits, as in I'm going to try and hit these very hard for me, strike varies, and then am I going to get a real rubbish data set, basically? Oh, yes. That isn't going to reach anything. Barely flying 220. So look where that's run to. Like, if I get one, I actually carry 219. That's why that's written on it. If I smash one, I might get there. But I know from testing I've done, I would be much better with a 3-wood or a low lofted hybrid from this distance, pushing myself this hard. That's a toe, so it's going to go a little left. It's going to run because it's super low spinning. I mean, I'm swinging that at 99 miles an hour, which for me, that is up, not far off my 3-wood. It's just 2. Look at the split in those 2 shots. Anyone who commented no, I reckon you're pretty safe down there. All right, let's strike one. Oh, nearly hit straighter. I nearly got all of that. Bit toey still. Oh, I could get this on the front. Toey and high. Look, the middle is unhit in this little batch of shots. No. Can I hit the middle, please? What's really interesting is this is an 80-gram shaft, so it's not light in any way. I said earlier, you know, anything that makes it lighter, it actually isn't lighter. It feels lighter, but again, I don't know if that's just my preconceptions of my ideas of graphite playing through, which I think again shows you in a club fit how much baggage we bring. Oh, that's close. Didn't quite get all of it, but I got more of it. Get up. Oh, if I can get that draw in 5 yards, that's there. It just needs to fly a little higher, doesn't it? Come on, Fli-Hi. Oh, we're back to just one more go kind of territory, aren't we? Have we? Oh, don't cut. Have we? Look at how much further that's thrown. That was a much better hit. Oh, just don't be to the right. That's on the front. So that is carrying 241, which is 3-wood kind of category for me. 239 on there, 241 on there, because there's weather ideas built into this. 145 ball, 101 club. So you could see, I could totally see how this could be a driving club in this loft, and then in the other lofts, absolutely could blend with irons. Right, last go. Just one more go. Have we? We got it straighter. Go on, bounce hard. Get up. Come on. What? It's a 147 ball. Just one more. Just one more. Review's over. But if anyone wants to stay for the crazy wild swings, we're going to just do one more. It's a 242 carry. Right, this is interesting. That really makes me feel like if I ever fell out of love with like a 3-wood, I just wasn't using it from the ground and I wanted a tee off club kind of idea. Like, the flight of this is appealing. I didn't get all of that. It's a low spin. See how it's just falling out of the air a little. And it's things like, apart from the toey left one, look at the patterns. They're straight to slightly right, straight to slightly right, straight to slightly right. And again, these are patterns people might play in. Often I find with golfers, when you get the better player who overturns a few balls, they get one of these in the bags because they don't feel like they can overturn it as much, and it becomes, you know, a 250-yard shot which they feel they can keep in play. Go and put out of bounds up the left, they go and grab this club. Just draw. Just go. Just draw and go. Draw and go. Go and draw. Oh, I can't get there, can I? Like, that's close to me max in there. 144 ball. Last one. 10 finger grip. Just one more. No. No. I'm going to stick with my hybrids. That's nice, looks good. I like the dark finish. I like the lines. It looks and sounds how you'd want it. This space is really full of lots of good clubs. I don't know any company that don't make a bad utility iron. Yeah, Fli-Hi. I like the branding. Let me know what you think of that. I like the shapes. I like the subtleness of offset and top lines into back. And I do like the dark finish. Just needs to go about 10 yards further. Can you do that? I can't. I'm trying. Can you try a little harder?